Yeah, David Dread of Steel Pulse, and I'm saying hail to the Lion Voice because it's time that the lion have its voice, have its own story. Says I'm stepping out here, hear me now. Yeah, the lion's voice. Raw.
When you look at I, you're not just looking at I, you're looking at a whole, 2023 Lion Pride. You're looking at 6 Fire Angels in the Patreon. You're looking at the organizations. You're looking at the mansion. You're looking at the this, the that. There's so many layers to I connection and communities and livity. So, what I mean? It's not just I, and that becomes a superpower because what you can accomplish when I utter a word sound to manifest, when I say I'm building a Rastafari multimedia platform, it becomes powerful because of the network allows I to do that, or else it would just be wind, could be passing gas. Some people when they talk it's like them a pass gas. That's all them a do. They're putting out carbon dioxide cause it not go nowhere. The word sound not connect, it not develop. You know what I mean? It's like a poop.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the light. Lion Voice. Yeah, free higher gift, focus, preparation, determination. Yeah, that's the key to redemption. Haile Selassie, I'm a Gideon. Hey yo, this is for the people who stay in court with either criminal cases or child support. It's either entertainment or go play sports. That's the choice that them give you when your skin is black. The ghetto neighborhoods, they was filled with crack. Hard to move to the other side of the tracks. We work all day, plus we paid our taxes. Still Babylon treat us like we second class. Wanna profile us when we stepping past. And when we drive, they follow with them lights. A flash, a flashback. Remembering back in the past. Escape plantation, crawl through the grass. When Babylon fall, then we all would laugh. They keep building them walls, but them all will crash. Because the people must be free. Exodus, well that's a must for me. We stay hungry when we on the grind. We stay hungry cause we was born to shine. We stay hungry, we gotta use our mind. We stay hungry, ain't got time to waste time. Stay hungry when we on the move. We stay hungry, ain't got no time to lose. We stay hungry, we got our minds to use. We stay hungry, tell them knowledge is your food. Hey yo, this is for my people who stay at work all day. Said them gotta work for them pay. Sometimes it hurt, but them still find a way to make ends meet. Sometimes them gotta pray. Some slave in them jobs till them old and grey. I'd rather live like an angel, fly away. Some say that they wanna be a thug, they just wanna be respected. No love, that's why they stray. Some drunk off a Hennessy and Alizé. Some just punks, I could spot them a mile away. Cause their style is wild.
Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of his chosen queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Bansu, aka the Dejazmatch Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Panafrican Happy Man. I'm a creative industry attorney, I'm an artist, I'm an author, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of the Lion's Voice. Welcome to the Lion's Voice. And welcome to the Lion Voice Network. This is the Lion's Voice, our flagship program on the network, where we are talking about things that are relevant to cultivating the Rastafari man to lead a prosperous Rastafari future. We are bringing frontline warriors on the front line of the movement of the Rastafari Pan-African movement to talk about their story and what they are doing. We are a platform that is allowing finally the lions and the lionesses to tell their own story. Welcome. Today's episode, we're going to talk about the superpower that I always claim to have, which is the network. and we're going to talk about networking as a young brethren or any brethren. Right now, it's about building a solid network to become a part of the building of Zion. You have to be a part of this global network. It starts local, but it's a global network, and there are effective tools that you need to tap in. A lot of us are not gifted with just a natural proclivity. Some of us are introverted. Some of us don't have the, maybe didn't grow up with a father in the home, not used to connecting with other brethren in that kind of way that are outside of our small circle. So we're going to talk about 5 effective things in terms of networking. And I'm going to share, the keys so that, the great thing about I'm on Superpower, which is the network, is that it's a superpower that anyone can develop and can build. Yes, it comes natural to and I give the Almighty thanks because it's always been that way. I have brethren bona fide that I've been moving with since 3rd grade. You know what I mean? Not many people can say that, and I'm not talk 1 or 2. You understand? So up to the network is ever expanding. Good brethren where I've met in the last 5 years. So there's no end to how you can extend the network. So we're going to talk about that. Before we get into today's topic, I have to take time to big up the Lion Pride. We are 2023. We're gone. We're matching at the time of recording this video. We are matching the year. So we catch up. 2023 Fire Angels are now part of the Lion Pride. Some of the items were here from under 100, and now it's over 2,000 of I. So I want to just express words of gratitude before we move forward. Also, welcome to the Lion Pride on Patreon. We have a new member of the Lion Pride on Patreon, the Lalabella Institute. Big up Rases Jazanai Kush and I sistering from down in the South Florida area. We're going to be announcing some collaboration in the new year that we're going to be doing down there. Lion Voice, Lalabella Institute will be working collectively. And again, this is all about building the network, strengthening the network, and we're going to talk about why it's so important. But big up, Lalabella Institute is now investing in the Lion Voice Network platform, and we are asking if all of the 2,000 members of the Lion Pride give $5, we're going somewhere. So if you can, and I'm talking a month, I'm not talking every week. We're talking $5, $10, $25, a month. So we're trying to stabilize. We're in phase 1 of the development of the platform. We have a major announcement to announce next strong. I'm gonna do the announcement first for the Lion Pride on Patreon. So we're going to record a separate video to explain what's happening to the Lion Pride on Patreon, and that's one of the benefits when you're in the inner circle of the Lion Pride. You get the reasoning first. But next strong, I'm going to be making a major announcement. We're moving again, family, and I'm going to let you know where we're moving. We move to St. Croix. The platform, as it grows, ones are reaching out, and they are investing. They're buying plane tickets to bring I places to interact, to do works, and things like that. So we give thanks to see the machine working. And we're still in the very early stages of this uprising. So many ones I've been reasoning with elders. And I want to big up Priest Dermot Fagan up at School of Vision. I spoke with the elder and him tell me, say him watch the Lion's Voice made I'm on day because, School of Vision way up in the heights, down in Jamaica there, and to know, say, the ones them tune in on the platform. It just shows we're building, we're solidifying the core. So the far right them in all of the different regions them are plug in and tap in, and this is again relevant to the topic of today, which is the network. part of the building of Zion engages with this network that what needs to be built, and everyone has to learn how to play their part. I saw a reasoning on Facebook. Big up the brethren on Facebook who was reasoning and in was blocking the sound about how him don't see no communal living, and it sparked a whole debate in terms of whether this is a fantasy and one's being on an individual chart. And I responded because I try to respond to topics that are relevant to the building of Zion, and this of course is a relevant topic to the building of Zion, which is how are we going to work together to live together. Whether that is happening, I told him that it's happening. Plans are being laid. I know because I'm a part of it. I'm a part of the network. I'm a part of the change that we want to see. And what I explained to the brethren is that the elders have done their job in terms of laying the foundation, building the name of Rastafari to the four corners of creation, that the integrity of the movement, I can go any ghetto on earth right now and the people them are gonna respect Rastafari, but it goes deeper than even that. I can go into any boardroom in creation and the respect is gonna be there. Someone in there going to show that respect and that reverence. And this is the legacy that our elders have left us in terms of the institutions, the communities, the residencies. That falls onto I and I generation, the generation of them that seek his face. So it's happening now, and some people will say, boy, better late than never. Some people will say, well, I'm gonna see it. Just know that the plans are being laid, actions are being implemented. However, we have to talk about how to make yourself effective, because what I explained to the brethren is that the Almighty scattered the movement so that ones could build their individual, and the fruit of that is that as we come forward together, we can see what everyone has been up to in their individual time, because your work becomes your resume. What you have accomplished becomes your resume. What are you doing becomes your resume. So now we can see the battlefield clearly, and this is one of the key things when we talk about networking. So let's jump into the topic: networking, how to build your superpower that's given by the Almighty Creator. Because as Rastafari, we say I and I. I and I mean that the divine in I connect with the divine in the I. That means I am Haile Selassie. I am the manifestation, which is why we take the pre-coronation name of Rastafari. All of I and I, Haile Selassie, I live within the heart of man. The power reside within the heart, the beat, the Naya Bingi, the heartbeat, do good. Once you do good, you are manifesting the Almighty in flesh. That was the teaching of Charles Edward Prince Emmanuel, who said, man of right is God in flesh. Which was the teaching of Yeshua. You shall do greater things than I. Which was the teaching of the great King David. Surely ye are gods, but ye shall die as men. This is an Asian teaching. If you go back into Kemet, you go back into Kush, the Almighty within man, you talk about, Aset, Asar, Heru, all of them, something there, was dealing with the divinity within humanity. So these are African principles that go way, way forward. So that being said, as an individual, there are things that you have to be aware of that's going to allow you to be on the right frequency in this time. Because in this Armageddon, some call it the age of Aquarius, spiritual age, information age. There are so many names for the times that we are living in. But one thing is for certain is that your thought and your action is going to govern where you end up. So if you don't have the right thought, you're not going to have the right action. The right action is not going to lead you to the right frequency to be in the right place. So there are some people, for example, that when catastrophe strikes the earth, we'll be in the wrong place at the wrong time. That was destined before the foundation of the earth was laid. And, you know, your thought led you there. So if you desire to walk through, you know, Psalm 91, 1,000 shall fall at thy right hand, 10,000 by thy left hand, it shall not come nigh unto the eye. You shall be under the wings of the Almighty. All of them type of thought there. If you want to be in that, you have to have the right thought. Your frequency, your vibration has to be high. So let's go into the networking. 5 principles of networking required. So number one is the most important part of the networking, which is bring value. So a lot of people look at networking as what can that person do for I? Wrong way to network. Wrong. You start off wrong and the network is going to be weak if you look at it from that perspective. Come to the network as a servant. How can I serve the network? That is where you become a strength to your brethren and your sister and to the network. That's when you become, we don't want no weakling. That was the next thing I said to the brethren is that right now we're burning weakling because the weakling can always sell out, the Judas, the this, the that. We're not on a time for that right now. So we're weeding out that, and we're weeding out that by looking at the work product. What is your work? What have you done? What are you doing? Where are you going? If you can't articulate these things, and when you're reasoning with people and they can't articulate these things clearly, it's not to say you dash them away because everybody's on their journey, but you know where to put them. They can't be within the inner circle of your network. Why? Because they can shift at a moment's notice. So under bringing value, what does bringing value entitle? What does bringing value come with? That comes with being authentic, being your authentic self. Your competitive advantage in the marketplace of humanity is that there's only one of the I. So don't try to be that man there, bongo this, congo that. Be the I self. If you're a nerd and you like to read anime and you do whatever you do, be that. You can still be Rastafari because guess what? We may need some Badla Adawa anime, and now because of your intimate knowledge in that area, you become a useful asset in the creation of that genre. So whatever your passion is, don't try suppress it, or once it's positive, once it's creative, once it's something, and a lot of people try to do that, to come in and try to be the man in the hills. That might not be the I calling. Big up the man in the hills. We need that man there. The farmer man is the foundation of every society. We big up the farmer. I look forward to the day when I can farm, but right now I can't farm. I'm there doing legal work and doing other things that are required to move the nation forward. So we need the farmer, the specialization, but whatever your specialization is, there's no need to change it once it's positive, once you're productive, to come into Rastafari. Be your authentic self, because you're going to have that use within the network to hold that corner when the Most High call on the eye. So that's very crucial. Be authentic. You know what I mean? It just so happens, one of the reasons why networking is our superpowers, naturally, I'm passionate about many, many things. I am proficient at many things. That is, I'm a gift and is a curse at the same time. Well, not a curse. I would say it's a gift and a challenge. That is a gift and that is a challenge at the same time. The gift is that we can do anything that we mind put we to. The challenge is that focus, determining one or two things. That's why you see my intro so long. That's why I'm so long-winded, because, but then I use that as part of the network and part of my uniqueness. I don't try to change who I am naturally. I overstand the challenge. I embrace the challenge, And now I present the challenge and it becomes a strength because now it makes Iman unique. There's no other attorney that's coming as this and that. There's no other artist that is building their own platform. When the artist is ready, the artist is not going to have to go up on third-party platforms because I have the other skills. So everything works together and it makes I unique within the marketplace of humanity. So be authentic. The next thing is that networking is a liberty, meaning it's not something where you turn off and you turn on. Every time you touch the road is an opportunity for networking. You know, you can network with a waitress at the when you go get it, if you go get coffee somewhere, you go get some ital, you're networking. Everyone, because you never know who, you know, can come within the network. You're friendly to everyone, you reason up with people. If people need something and you can do it quick, boom, boom, you just do something quick. I have people that approach I and big me up and thank I, and I don't remember these people from nowhere. You understand? Because the liberty we just live, do good. And when you do good, it come forward in all kind of ways. A lot of people big up, you know, and if I look puzzled sometime and you come, it's because I know so much, you know, the brain sometimes malfunction in that time. I'm not like His Majesty who have the photographic memory and remember every face and every person. But the point is doing good for people. It comes forward to the eye. That's part. It's a liberty. So the networking is a liberty. And Rastafari do this naturally. That's why the Ras can go in any garrison and any ghetto, and the reputation that was built. The elders were doing these things naturally that I'm talking about in terms of what needs to be done. The next thing to know about networking is action is required. You can't just sit down and the network I go build. Go out actively. If you're in a room, introduce yourself to someone and build a conversation. And the key thing about, and you can do that with anyone, and we'll talk about how you do that when I come to some of the other points. The other point, and these are all under bring value. Make sure that you, when you action, it's with a purpose. You know, you're moving in spaces where people are doing similar things to what you do, so that you can build a community of your peers. That's how iron sharpen iron. Don't try to be in isolation. If you do film, build film. That's why we built the Association of Rastafari Creatives, is because we are trying to put the people who are doing the similar things together so that we can build that community, build that, you know, iron sharpen iron. I do it this way, I use this camera. Oh, I never know that, bam, bam, and then now guess what? You save yourself time and energy because you're in that circle, dealing with those people. I can't do this job. Check that brother there. Referrals. All of these things happen when you are actively seeking out people. And then don't just seek people who are doing what you're doing, but seek out people who are doing what you want to do. So when I announced the partnership, Next Strong, exclusive on the Lions Voice Network, the item will see the application of this principle. You know, we build relations with people who are doing things at a level that we want to reach, so that we can ensure that, yes, we're growing in the right direction. We have those tools. So, and those people are not going to want to partner with the eye unless you bring value. And again, by building yourself, whatever your purpose is, you're building within that arena, and you're establishing being on your authentic self, moving forward as a Rastafari man or a Pan-African man on your journey. Number 2, ask questions. Very important part when you're seeking out people who are on your level or on the next level. Don't be afraid to ask questions. This is one of the things that is hurting the Jamaican music industry. Everybody know everything, you know, and I say this as someone who was doing a conference, and You have free admission, which every artist and everybody who hear about it should want to be there, every management. But because some of them don't want to look like they don't know, or they want to be, aloof. If you put an opportunity for free learning in front of I and I gonna be there because I want to meet other people who are doing the same thing. I want to learn and listen what other people are doing in the same field. So you have to adopt that trait, ask questions. And I would add, try to ask intelligent questions. And how you do that is read up on the topic before you even go and reason with a one. We're in the information age. It's not like one time where you're just blind to everything and everything lock up. You have YouTube University, meaning you just punch into the YouTube search engine and bam, somebody will go pop up and tell you what you want to hear. So that when you go approach the people them in real life, your questions are based on things that make sense within the realm that you want to be. Yes, you can ask a simple question, but if you continue to ask simple questions, people are going to put you in a category. If you're asking thought-provoking and things, people are going to look for you different. So, okay, this person knows what they're talking about, and you're going to pique their intrigue to continue to reason. If they're real and they're authentic, and that's the other thing, you meet people and some of them are real and some of them not authentic. Put them in a box over there, so it might be the trash box, but you put them in a category, so they may come around because we don't give up on humanity, the almighty judges. You know what I mean? I and I just move on purpose, and whoever fit in, we fit them in because it's bigger than any individual. You want to be a servant of the Most High. It's not a friend and company tribe. That we learned that early coming in. We build family. So once one is part of the family, we might disagree, we might keep our distance, but we're still family, and when the right time we come together and work continue. So ask good questions. Key timing. Because you're asking questions, you're finding out about the person, you're getting an idea because you don't want to tap someone for a favor, for example, and you know that they're busy, they're in the middle of their busy season or something is happening, and you know what I mean, because then it's not gonna be effective. You want to kind of look and see what's going on with them for the most part, and then fit in and see how you can be assistance to them. Always try to come and give a strength, because people will always pick up the phone for someone who is a strength to them. Most ones are motivated by self-interest, and that's not necessarily because they're selfish. It's because most ones who are doing things on a high level have so much things going on that they can't afford to drop a ball here or there. So they're focused on what they're focusing on. So you're coming in as a new variable. You know what I mean? So you're going to have the least priority than the things that they already have prioritized. So when you're coming in and networking, and just check the timing and try to fit in your timing. Don't overtax them. I have access to anybody in the industry. I'm one phone call or two phone calls at most away. I'm not gonna just call people because I have an idea in the middle of the night and I think, no, unless my thing develop and it ready and know say it can execute. Most time I'm not gonna even reach out to a one, because you want to make sure that when you're reaching out, it's something with substance. Again, it brings us forward to rule number one, which is bring value. Always try bring some value to a one. Now that being said, things happen, things fall through, things get delayed, things get pushed back. We can't stop that in life. That has happened to I even this year. We were talking about forward, it's been delayed. It hasn't been thing, but we had to retool, come again. It will come forward in 2024. So we have to, you have to be realistic, and life happens, things shift. You have to be real. That doesn't mean that you stop pushing forward, it just means that, again, the timing. Everything is about timing, frequency, making sure. So make sure when you are reaching out to ones, you're looking at the timing and not just your timing, but look at what they have going on and see how you can find that synergy, that win-win situation. All right. Number 4 is execute the judgment, meaning be useful, meaning follow up, key, critical. And this is where we all struggle, who are doing so many things, is that things can drop. I give thanks to I'm on Queen, who keeps I on task most of the time, which is why having that helpmate brethren is so crucial. You know, I make sure I try to tell my Queen what I'm doing, not because we're a child and we have to check in, but because that's your accountability partner. Sometimes the heavens, you know, you're trying to get things done and things go, and especially right now in the Armageddon, you know, a week can pass in a blink of an eye, and you know what I mean, you never follow through. So you have to make sure you try to stay on top of things. For myself, you know, I'm doing way more than one human is possible to do, but you know, it's because it's Mighty Speech and leadership. Do more than you can do, so you know what you do. Take on more as much as you can do, so you know what you're able to do. Something to that effect. Speech and leadership, we did a breakdown on it. Right now, that's the case. So within that, you know, things can slip through the cracks. So it's very important to have an accountability partner to help with the follow-up, so that you can execute. The more you execute on the judgment, the stronger your network will be, because people will rely on the eye to do things. And again, it's a blessing and it's a challenge. The blessing is that people, people come to rely on you as a network, and when you reach out to them because they know you've done for them, they will do for the eye. That's how it works. The reciprocity. The challenge is that, you know, and I have this challenge, your phone doesn't stop ring, and every day is new requests, new this, that, and it can shift you, and then things that were there get pushed, and new realities are emerging almost every day. Opportunities are popping up all the time when you live like that. So that is the challenge that I face right now, is managing that. Give thanks again to the Queen. But that's number 4. Make sure you execute on the judgment and try to be timely. Bring you back to timing. Try to be timely as you execute on the judgment. We're all working on this, you know. So I'm telling you things, and as I'm telling the eye, things are popping up that I need to get done. So there's a never-ending refinement. But these are the things that, in terms of building the superpower, building the network, and it comes a superpower because it's not just, when you look at I, you're not just looking at I, you're looking at a whole, you know, 2023 Lion Pride, you're looking at 6 Fire Angels in the Patreon, you're looking at the organizations, you're looking at the mansion, you're looking at the this, the that. There's so many layers to I connection and communities and liberty. So, you know what I mean? It's not just I, and that becomes a superpower, because what you can accomplish when I utter a word sound to manifest, when I say I'm building a Rastafari multimedia platform, it becomes powerful because of the network allows I to do that, or else it would just be wind, you know, could be passing gas. Some people, when they talk, it's like them a pass gas. That's all them a do. They're putting out carbon dioxide, not go nowhere. The word sound not connect, it not develop. You know what I mean? It's like a poop. That was sweet, sorry. But you see me I say, so you don't want to be in that. And to be able to manifest the word sound power, you have to tap into the superpower, which is the network. Okay, so number 5, final one. And this is a key, this is a jewel. I saved it for the last because this is one where most of I and I fail. I'm building the network, and this is something I try to implement, which is promote others all the time and not yourself. Otherwise known as talk good about people behind their back. Yes, you can talk behind people's back, but you have to talk good about them. And I do this all the time. That's why most of the time people don't bring rumor and sus to I and bad talk, or if them bring it to I, them have to phrase it in a way that, you know what I mean, because them knows them in he's not a jump on the bandwagon person, you know what I mean, because everyone have flaws and we've seen both sides, everyone, and we hear about everyone. So Iman is not very quick to talk about a one unless me big up that one there behind their back. And when you do that, you get a reputation because people know they can trust you with their thing. I know so much things because people feel safe to communicate to I. They know I'm not gonna be chatting people business on the road and doing this and that. You know what I mean? If anything, I big them up. Even if me and them don't agree, most of the time I still big them up for the work with them do. You know what I mean? And I try to keep that, and that's a key within the network. Again, it builds trust and people get to know that, okay, this person is a person of great character, because the people who you are chatting behind your back with, those people most likely are chat your name with other people too. So you have to know that, and I know that we don't have any illusion. I know people talk about Iman behind I back, but Iman don't care. I don't follow them because I is a leader, meaning we talk good about people. If we can't talk good about them, we just try to leave them out. And that doesn't mean that at times we're not critical about people in conversations, because we're not also painting fantasies out here in iration. But that's not the aim, is to call somebody and chat somebody's name. That's a waste of time. You know what I mean? You might hear some critical conversation when we're talking about the execution of a work, or, I'm not talking about that, because that's leading to an outcome, and, information has to be transmitted so that the work can go forward, and so that the other workers know when dealing with this individual, these are some of the challenges that you may encounter. That's a courtesy. However, again, we're not calling and just sit down on phone with people and chat people name. No, we would prefer to big up our brethren and sisters, and that's why I built even the Lion Talk Live. That's why you see, and I see in the comments sometime on the video, people may leave a negative comment about a one. Well, that is between them. It's not between I and I. I and I is here to uplift the great works, because everybody have great works. Yes, people have flaws. Even the great King David, when you look at the folly way in Guan with Bathsheba and all kind of thing, if he's a biblical man. But every story you're gonna see flaws in the heroic characters, but that doesn't mean that they have not done great things in the service of the Most High. So this channel, we want to uplift that part. So those are 5 things. Again, bring value. Again, ask questions. Again, timing. Watch your timing. Again, execute the judgment. And number 5, talk good about people behind their back. Promote others, do not promote yourself. And that also, number 5, leads to referrals. I feel good when I can send business somebody's way. That is a great, and you hear I on this platform always say, let's circulate the Rastafari, the Panafrican dollar. That is crucial for building a sustainable ecosystem. So that is what we say. If you have any other tips, put them in the comments. Again, next strong, we're announcing a major partnership. The Lion Voice vlog is coming forward. We're traveling before the end of the year. I'm going to do another video for our Lion Pride on Patreon. We're going to get into the details about that. for the Lion Pride on Patreon. So if you're not part of the Patreon, join the inner circle of the Lion Pride movement. $5, $10, $25, whatever you can afford. There's also an option to join for free. So you can join for free if you're not ready yet, but you just want to make sure that we have your email and that you're in the ecosystem, because remember, YouTube can ban us at any time. They don't like what we say. We're bonafire. Tomorrow we're gone off of YouTube. So if you really want to be a part of the movement, and if we switch to another platform or anything happens, make sure we have your email. We'll be putting out a newsletter that will just kind of recap things before the end of the year, so everybody within who email that we have, and you can go to Dejazmatch.com as well. Leave your email. We're coming out with the Creative Industry Toolkit in the new year, so stay tuned for that. Big things are happening on the channel. Again, big partnership coming. Big things. We're moving. We're still trying to hit 10,000 by January 1st. It looks impossible, but the Most High is real, family. So we haven't had our viral moment yet. So anytime the Lion Pride is ready, just make sure you continue like and share when the Most High time come. We are gonna continue to build strong brethren, to be strong husbands, to be strong leaders in this community. That is one of the principal missions of this platform. And to do that, brethren, you have to become a master in the art of networking, whether you're a plumber, an electrician, whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, whether you are an entrepreneur, whatever you're doing, networking is a critical part. We have to build networks in order to build the collective security. And it's important that I can come and tell them these things in this time of Armageddon, because we see the global war will not cease. So the time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. And this is the Lion Voice.
Lion Voice. Yeah. Free higher gift. Focus. Preparation. Determination. Yeah. That's the key to redemption. Haile Selassie, I'm a Gideon. Hey yo, this is for the people who stay in court with either criminal cases or child support. It's either entertainment or go play sports. That's the choice that them give you when your skin is black. The ghetto neighborhoods, they was filled with crack. Hard to move to the other side of the tracks. We work all day, plus we paid our taxes. Still Babylon treat us like we second class. Wanna profile us when we stepping past, and when we drive, they follow with them lights. A flashback, remembering back in the past. Escape plantation, crawl through the grass. When Babylon fall, then we all would laugh. They keep building them walls, but them all would crash, because the people must be free. Exodus, well that's a must for me. We stay hungry, when we on the grind. We stay hungry, cause we was born to shine. We stay hungry, we gotta use our mind. We stay hungry, ain't got time to waste time. Stay hungry, when we on the move. We stay hungry, ain't got no time to lose. We stay hungry, we got our minds to use. We stay hungry, tell them knowledge is your food. Hey yo, this is for my people who stay at work all day. Said them gotta work for them pay. Sometimes it hurt, but them still find a way to make ends meet. Sometimes them gotta pray. Some slave in them jobs till them old and grey. I'd rather live like an angel, fly away. Some say that they wanna be a thug, they just wanna be respected. No love, that's why they stray. Some drunk off a Hennessy and Alizé. Some just punks, I could spot them a mile away. Cause their style is wild, but mine civilized, cause it's coming from the banks of the Nile. Tell Babylon, release the juvenile, so the youths can see what them want to achieve. Proper education, that's what we need. Tell the youths that it's better to know than to believe. Stay hungry.